Wow, thank you, Michael Buffer. Wow. I'll get those big fight feels when Michael Buffer is in town. Let's get a round of applause, please, for Michael Buffer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these two gentlemen met in a ring of fire back in May. And on Saturday night, that ring of fire is reignited. I want to start off by hearing from Tyson Fury, the challenger this time. And Tyson, we've spoken a few times this week. I've watched some of your interviews, and you've said it's not about redemption, it's not about revenge, it's not even about regaining those titles. So I just want to know, what is it all about for Tyson Fury on Saturday night?
I'm going to dish out a whole lot of pain. I'm going to put this fucker in the hurt locker, for sure.
Tyson, there seems to be an edge about you this week. What's happened? There seems to be an extra menace about you.
I got nothing to say, apart from there's going to be a whole lot of hurt and pain in this fight. You watch. That's all I got to say. Talking's been done. You know, the first fight, I talked, I joked, all my career. This time I'm serious. I'm going to do some fucking damage here on Saturday night. Watch me go to work on this fucker.
Thank you, Tyson. Let's get an opening word from the defending champion, Oleksandr Usyk. And we've heard what it's all about for Tyson Fury. It's about causing pain, causing hurt. What is it all about for Oleksandr Usyk on Saturday night?
Доброго вечора всім, дорогі друзі.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends.
Зараз це тільки розмови, все буде 21 грудня в рингу. Зараз шоу, камери, 21 грудня буде все серйозно.
Now we have just a performance, talks, cameras, light, kind of show. Everything gonna be taking place on Saturday night on the 21st.
Thank you, Oleksandr. I'll be looking to come back to you shortly as well. Let's bring in Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. And Frank, what a time this is right now. The relationship between Riyadh season and boxing. Give us your thoughts on that. And also, you're very much backing your man sat next to you to get revenge.
Good evening, everybody. And thank you, Riyadh. Thank you, Riyadh season. His Excellency, all the teams that have worked to make this such a successful promotion and the previous ones. Riyadh season, you know, it is some event now. These fights get better and better. In the course of, what is it now, 14 months, we're now in the boxing center of the world now. This is where all the big fights happen. And the biggest fight is happening on Saturday night, the rematch. The first fight was magnificent. It was a great fight, had everything. Very close fight. It was a cigarette paper in the decision. This time round, I know these guys have been in the ring. They shared the ring together for 12 rounds. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And it's going to be about who can exploit the weaknesses, who's got the strength to exploit the weaknesses. And I believe Tyson Fury will come through this, and I don't think this fight will go the distance. He's in a great shape, great frame of mind for this fight, fighting mode. We're going to get an extra special event. Do not blink after the first bell.
Thank you very much, Frank. Well, as you can see, we've got a brilliant card as well. We've got fighters at various stages of their career. There is a young man sat on the end there, Muhammad Alakal, who is representing Riyadh, a real point to grassroots boxing coming through in this country. And this is fight number 2 for you, Muhammad. You did your country proud last time out on your debut on the Besibiev Bivol show. How much are you looking forward to doing it all again?
Thank you. Yeah, I've learned a lot in my debut and I can't wait to showcase my skills this Saturday. I would like to thank His Excellency for giving me this opportunity and Gold Star.
And you got a tremendous ovation last time. You expecting the same as well in there?
Hopefully, inshallah.
Best of luck to you, Muhammad. Let's move to a fantastic heavyweight fight. Two of the most popular British heavyweights in most recent years, Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen, 10 rounds for the vacant WBA International Heavyweight Championship. And I'm going to start with Dave Allen here. I can see a lovely haircut. I can see a bit of a jawline. You look ready to go. Talk to us.
Hello, everyone. Just want to start by saying a big thank you to His Excellency and Riyadh Season. This is a dream come true for myself. On a personal note, I've got into career best shape. I was given a fantastic opportunity, and it's one I plan to take with both hands.
And also, I've heard you say that your man Johnny Fisher over there, you might be a bit nervous. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, I think so. He should be. I am. We both should be. It's a huge occasion. It's a huge fight. Johnny Fisher, someone asked me last night, you're good friends. I've got a son. If he grows up to be half the man Johnny Fisher is, I'd be a happy man. This is not personal. This is sport. But I'm very confident I will do the job. Very, very confident. And, that's not really my character, but I've worked really hard. And I genuinely believe this is my time to finally fulfill my potential.
One more for you, Dave. You've sparred both Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. I am curious. What do you think is going to happen in the main event?
That's an interesting question while I'm sat on this side of the on this table. The two best heavyweights of my generation, I've shared the ring with both many times. I'm a huge fan of both. Everyone knows the regard I hold them both in. I personally foresee a Fury win, but these two are the greatest heavyweights of my time, and I'm so fortunate to be here to witness it in person, and hopefully it can be half as good as last time.
Nice words, and I like that you picked Fury despite being on the Usyk side of the table. Fair play to you, Dave Allen. Let's bring in Johnny Fisher. Dave Allen sounds ready to go. Dave Allen is very, very confident of upsetting you on Saturday night. What's going on in your head, Johnny?
First of all, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to the people of Saudi Arabia and His Excellency for the hospitality that I've received while we're here and my whole team. And I would expect nothing less from Dave Allen, the White Rhino, to be ready to go. That's what we're trained for. He's had 12 weeks, I've had 12 weeks, but I've been training for more than that. I've been training for 4 long years. And now this is my time to show people what I can do.
So tell me this, Johnny. What happens when you put a rhino and a bull together?
There's a possibility for some carnage, that's for sure. And a rhinoceros and a bull in the same ring. There's going to be fireworks, and I'm not going to take a backward step. I'm sure he won't. And I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it to make everyone proud who comes and supports me, the people that are travelling over, but also the people that will be watching at home. I'm doing it for all of you, and you give me strength every time I fight.
And are we expecting a big knockout, a big bosh on Saturday night?
There'll always be a bosh, of course, but winning is all that matters. Victory at all costs, and it's an honour to be on such a big card, but I'm aware of what my job is. My job is to beat Dave Allen, whether that's in Saudi Arabia or somewhere back in England or anywhere around the world. I just happens to be on the biggest stage, on the biggest platform, but my job remains the same. Win.
Just a quick one. Have you got a message for Dave Allen down the other end of the table?
Nothing, as he said. He's a good friend, but there's no friends in that boxing ring on Saturday night. We're going to be trading leather, and I'm sure I'll shake his hand before and I'll shake his hand after, but for now, when we're in that ring, we're enemies.
Thank you, Johnny. Let me bring in Eddie Hearn at this point, chairman of Matchroom Sport, sat next to Johnny Fisher a couple of seats down. A couple of things here for you, Eddie. Talk to me a little bit about this fight. And also, I've been watching your interviews. It sounds like you're also the chairman of the Tyson Fury fan club these days. You're backing Tyson to do it.
Yeah, thanks, Dev. Just to echo the words of Frank Warren as well, I think this has been the most incredible year. They say, if you love what you do, you'll never have to work another day in your life. And this has been definitely my most enjoyable year in boxing so far. And I don't think myself or Frank or Spencer would have worked the way we have without the passion of His Excellency, because no one is getting myself and Frank Warren up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do a Zoom in our pajamas like His Excellency. And we do that because we share his passion for the sport. We like money. We all like money. And these fighters deserve as much money as possible. But we feel his energy, we feel his passion for the sport of boxing, and we embrace it. I think it's also important to say the change that we see in Riyadh and the country of Saudi Arabia. We first came here in 2019 for boxing. I think the country is unrecognisable. since we came then. And not just through boxing, but the spirit and the energy and the positivity that the younger generation have and the feeling among the people is something that I'm quite jealous of, being from Britain. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I feel full of spirit every time I step foot in this country. And of course, what they're doing for boxing, as Frank said, is become the central hub for boxing. In an era where Las Vegas and London and New York took that title, now the eyes of the sporting world will be on Riyadh on Saturday night. So, of course, on this fight, Dev, Johnny Fisher is someone that's very important to us. And Dave Allen is someone we're very fond of. Two incredible heavyweights who should be nervous because this is a platform that they've never been on before, the biggest stage of all. And regarding the main event, as I said to my friend Alex Krasuk earlier, I've got a lot of history with Oleksandr Usyk, but I am back in Tyson Fury, of course. He's the Brit. I've become fond of this gentleman next to me as well, Spencer Brown and the team. And I said before, I said, you're not like, I mean, because he's a good guy. You've got to be kinder to him. He's been your friend for a long time. If you heard the nicknames, and you as well. Yeah? So you're going to be nice. You're definitely not on the fence for this fight. Turki Al-Sheikh is back in Tyson Fury to do the business on Saturday night. The one thing I'll say, people ask me all the time, who's going to win this fight? I'll finish now, Dev. I said this, Oleksandr Usyk is an incredible fighter and it will take something extraordinary to beat him on Saturday night. But I know we've had our differences. Tyson Fury is capable of extraordinary things. I think his victory against Vladimir Klitschko in Germany, I watched that in a hotel on a laptop in America. I thought he had absolutely no chance. He won every single round. When he fought Deontay Wilder in America, I thought he had absolutely no chance. He was robbed in the first fight. He smashed him to pieces in the second fight. Two generational great heavyweights, two credits to the sport. May God bless you both on Saturday night, but most of all, I can't believe I'm saying it, may Tyson Fury be victorious on Saturday night for Britain and get this championship back.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Oleksandr Usyk here stared at you for most of that, so fair play holding your nerve there. Let's move things along. A brilliant heavyweight fight. It's the co-main event on Saturday night. There is a young man here who many believe that when these fellas retire, when Fury and Usyk are gone and this current crop are gone, this man will be the one to carry the torch forward and be the heavyweight moving forward. 19 years old, Moses Itauma. But he's in tough, he's in deep. Demsey McKean is by far the biggest test of his career. And we'll start with Demsey McKean here. This is 10 rounds, by the way, for the WBO Intercontinental and vacant WBA International Heavyweight Championships. Demsey McKean, now, you've just heard it from me. You've probably heard it all week. All the talks about Moses and what Moses can do and what he's going to go on to achieve. But you are a 6'6" Australian tower and you got your own plans, right?
Yeah, definitely. First and foremost, I'd like to thank His Excellency and the beautiful Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for hosting us, giving us the platform to be able to come here and fight and showcase it all. But yeah, it's all the Moses show at the moment, isn't it? But you know what? I don't mind. I'm kind of used to being the underdog a bit, especially with the Filip Perkovic fight. And, you know, I've had a really good training camp. My sparring's been good. Everything's been on point. And I'm ready to disrupt the Moses show come Saturday.
Okay, thank you very much, Demsey. Let's bring in Moses Itauma. You've just heard from the man who is looking to disrupt the Moses Itauma show on Saturday night. What are you thinking?
It didn't sound believable, I can't lie. But I want to start off by saying thank you very much, Turki Al-Sheikh, for giving me this opportunity to fight on shows like this. Like, listen, I'm just a teenager from Chatham. It's mad that I'm underneath bright lights. I'm on the same table as Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Spencer, Oleksandr Usyk. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm going to take it with both hands. And I'm living this up as much as I can. It's funny though, like, I'm 19-year-old, I only turned professional last year. Demsey McKean has double amounts of fights, and yet he's the underdog. Listen, I'm not looking past Demsey. For me, this is like my world title fight.
Thank you very much, Moses Itauma. Brilliant fight on Saturday night, Itauma against Demsey McKean. Let's start talking again about the main event. Let's get a trainer's eye from Serge Lapin part of the Usyk coaching team. And Serge, you've got 12 rounds of data now as a team. What's going to happen on Saturday? Have you had to change much? Give us your thoughts.
Добрый вечер всем. Добрый вечер. Салам алейкум.
Good evening, everyone.
В субботу вечером будет противостояние двух боксеров. И один докажет еще раз другому, что такое настоящий бокс, что такое техника. И
Ladies and gentlemen, so this upcoming Saturday night, we're going to have the battle of two great champions, where one of current champion will prove to the other one that he is the stronger man, and he will perform what real techniques is, what real tactics is.
Усик чемпион, и суббота вечер это все покажет.
Usyk is the champion, and you'll see that on Saturday night.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Serge Lapin. Let's bring in legendary boxing promoter Bob Arum. And Bob, you are very much in the Tyson Fury camp. Give us your thoughts on Saturday night and where it sits historically as well.
First, I want to say to everybody out there that this is the way you speak English, not like my British friends. Right? There's no accent at all. It's all plain syllables. And it's so much of a delight for me to be here in Riyadh, to be with my friend, His Excellency, who we've become really friends, and we enjoy each other, and that's very important. And looking to the fight, I'm not going to talk about great fights and great fighters, because it will be a great fight, and these are great fighters. But I'm not only been Tyson Fury co-promoter, but also I'm a Tyson Fury fan. And if anybody had watched the second Wilder fight, first one, remember, was a draw, and Wilder hit him with a punch that no human being could get up from, and Tyson did. And Tyson, in the second fight, knew what he had to do, and he won that fight in real one-sided way. And I'm looking forward to him fighting in that way and being successful on Saturday night. That being said, he's fighting a tough, skilled Ukrainian. And personally, like many Americans, I'm so proud of his people, the Ukrainian people, how hard they've been fighting and what they've been accomplishing, fighting a much bigger country. And never, never, never count out a Ukrainian. And Oleksandr Usyk typifies the strength of Ukraine, but he's in on Saturday night with one of the best heavyweights of all time, Tyson Fury, and I'm very confident that our man Tyson will emerge victorious. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob Arum. Let's head back to the Usyk side of the table. Let's bring in Egis Klimas. Egis, you have been pretty active actually on social media, hammering home the point that your man's going to get the job done. Tell us why he's going to get the job done.
Good evening, Riyadh. Beautiful, beautiful city, beautiful country. A little bit cold nowadays, but, well, never expected. Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you, people, for organizing this. Listen, Oleksandr Usyk has been the champion on the road. He's a warrior on the road. As you just heard a couple of minutes ago, we all for Tyson, we all together. In May here, last few months ago in May, Oleksandr Usyk proved to the whole world when he became undisputed champion of the world, winning against Tyson Fury. At that point, we as a team already fought. We don't have nothing else to prove. We did everything. Every single fight Oleksandr fought, he never fought at home. He fought in UK, he fought in the United States. When we became here to fight in Riyadh, it's always on the road. Now, after he's been already undisputed, we're coming here and we have to prove again, which is no problem. We will see Saturday night, once again, who is Oleksandr Usyk. Thank you, and we will see you on Saturday night.
Thank you very much, Igis Klimas. Well, let's bring in Spencer Brown. And Igis Klimas has made his case for Oleksandr Usyk. What is the case for Tyson Fury?
Well, Tyson's done an amazing camp. He's lived like a monk. As you can see, he's very, very, very focused. He thinks that he's had something taken off him that he shouldn't have, and he wants it back. On Saturday night, he will get it back. And I just listened to what Bob said about never put down about the Ukrainians. They're great fighting people. They are. But don't underestimate a gypsy man, a travelling man from Lancaster, who has fighting in his blood right the way through his family. His grandmother's grandmother could fight. His great-great-grandfather could fight. Everybody can fight. They have a great bloodline of fighting men. They are also warriors. So do not underestimate this man to my right. He's very focused, and we believe on Saturday night he's going to bring that belt back to England where it belongs.
Thank you very much, Spencer Brown. Let's bring in Alex Krasik. Alex, last time we had a press conference, you had a lovely short poem for us. I'm curious as to what you have for us, and I emphasize short here tonight.
Salam alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Besides that, it's an honor to be back to the new Mecca of boxing, to Saudi Arabia, to the beautiful city of Riyadh. It's also a pleasure to be hosted by such wonderful people who we know. Who could ever imagine that a small, common, young kid from Simferopol, from Crimea, one day becomes the two-time undisputed? His dream came true. Our dream came true. His fans' dreams came true. There is a man in the kingdom who has a habit of making dreams come true. Your Excellency, thank you very much. And one more gratitude goes to Gypsy King. We know that he's not very good at making the rematches, but we must admit that courage and bravery lives in his heart. Tyson, thank you for being here. Just one day separates us from the battle and from its outcome. As they say in the wise book, the race is not for the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge, but time and chance happen to them all. Ladies and gentlemen, let the Lord bless the fighters. May strength and valor accompany them in the battle. Good luck to the both of them, and let the best man win again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex Krasik. Let's get a final word from both main event fighters. Tyson, in 2015, before you fought Vladimir Klitschko, you told him his time was over and your time is now. Before you boxed Deontay Wilder in the rematch, you told him you'd fight fire with fire and go through him. What would you like to tell Oleksandr Usyk before your rematch on Saturday night?
Can't wait for Saturday night. Thank you, everybody involved. God bless.
Thank you, Tyson. And final words to the defending champion. You've been telling Tyson Fury you will not leave him alone. What is your message to Tyson as we head into Saturday?
Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone. See you on Saturday.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We're going to pose for face-offs just for the main event now, very shortly. Thank you.